live, fellas.
Yo,
Yes, sir.
Brothers in the building. We are here.
hey, just in case the sucker that I'm playing in fantasy ends up watching this, you punk sucker, giving up all them dudes to try to beat my team. Yo, listen to this dude's team. Jamal Murray, Zach LaVine, Scotty Barnes, Miles Turner, DeAndre Ayton, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jaylen Brown, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Nikola Vucevic, James Harden, Anthony Edwards, DeMarcus Sabonis,
Turn your phone down.
Zion Williamson. He gave them all them players just to take down the kid.
Well, don't let him do it. Don't let him do it, Dante.
Why you can't-
Fight
why you can't block
back.
that?
How we sound out there, Clash?
Oh.
Clash Brothers in the building. Guess what? I am Charles Brown, aka Chuck Brown, right over here on my right. That's Dante.
Billie Jean.
That is not Fliz. Fliz is out somewhere getting his muffler fixed. And over there on the right,
I'm not gonna play a lot.
Yes,
TJ Swords over there on the right, the Coleon connection over there. And we are Clash Brothers. We great to have a good time. I hope y'all here to have some fun because I got a good show lined up. Salute. If you got something you going to drink on the night, hold it up, and we're going to have a good time. Guess what I heard, fellas? Not even heard. I saw it on a few reputable sources.
What we talking about?
We going to talk about BET. I want to talk about BET because I think it's funny, low-key to me, that, do y'all remember watching the BET Awards?
Yeah.
And that lady would come out? Every year, she the owner of BET?
Yeah.
Did y'all hear about she had an affair with the owner of BET?
The new
Ben
one?
Johnson?
Yeah.
Oh, for
Nah,
She
but
just broke the news today, bro.
a
I
lot
want
of-
to talk
A
about
lot of
this.
people be sleeping their way to the top. So what's different?
Think about it, bro.
real? Wow.
Ain't that kind of wild?
Nah,
So-
it's not wild to me.
So you think it sound like it's like
Listen.
normal?
Do you know where I work at, homeboy? I told you about my job. Most of the people that got where they are, they slipped their way to the top. So it ain't nothing different.
Yo, listen. I had a higher regard for BET, Bob
Yeah, okay,
Johnson.
you
Now this is
Bob.
a legend. I'm just gonna say a legend, but I'm gonna read it, right? In anticipation of she writing a book, so we'll see. Do y'all know who this lady's name is? Her name is Deborah Lee.
Yeah.
And Bob Johnson, he made us all proud by being the owner of this network that we've been watching since we was kids. I want to talk about. I want to get the ladies' opinion on this. Whoever in the building tonight. But in anticipation of her forthcoming memoir, CEO of BET, Deborah Lee, revealed that her and the network founder, Bob Johnson, were romantically
Sound like she trying to
involved
get a bag.
while both of them were married. What's more, Lee also said that Johnson threatened to fire her if she ended that affair. So listen, bro, if you a CEO, the last thing on earth you want to do is threaten somebody to fire him because you might have him for another year, another 2 years, but like what she doing right now, I don't know how long she been at BT. She telling it, and now he gonna have to answer to it. She wrote.
He don't own BET no more though.
No, he don't. But
Right? Oh, he does.
he's the
right?
Vince
former.
owned it, yeah.
But this is not about that. This is a teachable moment, low key. That's what we need to be doing. Teachable moment for real. I can't see the names on those comments, so it's just like not showing me. So y'all gotta tell me.
Shauna is in the building.
Shauna in the building. For whatever reason, keep
Shop's in the
saying
building.
Facebook user. But my man Bob Johnson, man, she got him good. She wrote, I wanted to tell that story because power dynamics are so important in a relationship, especially if you're having a relationship with someone you work for. We all know the potential pitfalls. I worked for Bob Johnson for 10 years before we had a personal romantic relationship. She told Robin Roberts on Good Morning America. That's the last black chick you want to tell. So, yo, it's crazy right now. My man has some real problems right now
He
because
ain't
simple
real
fact.
nothing. He just stirred the pot. That's all.
Simple fact of the matter is.
Got an oil change.
Simple fact of the matter is.
What
He
we
got to
talking
still
about?
do business, and I don't know if he even still married to this woman, man. We as CEOs, bro, we
Okay.
can't be sleeping with our employees. Bro.
Listen, first.
I know you sleep with whoever you want. You Dante.
Listen, first of all, I don't mix business with pleasure. I don't mix cabbage. I don't mix cabbage with what's that? Avocado or something. Like, what's that pink stuff? Give me something pink.
You talking about?
I don't mix
He's
cabbage.
mixing potato salad with
No,
You
I
talking
don't mix
about-
cabbage with anything.
You talking about beats?
Anything? No, I need something pink. Like, give me something pink.
She said he was a mentor and he pushed me and he was responsible for a lot of my success. We did have a relationship while we were both married.
She's
We
trying
ended
to
up
play
divorced.
victim.
We both ended up divorced, and then people knew about the relationship. The company knew. We started going places together. That's crazy, bro.
Hold
I'm
up.
sitting here-
Oh, she's coming up with a tell-all.
Paul,
Right?
yeah, yo, listen to
And
what
she's
she's
about to get
okay.
you a super bag.
Hold
yo.
up.
That's what she's doing.
You know what she sound like?
What?
She sound like she was listening to the Barge. Ooh, and I like it better than. Ooh, and she like
What?
it.
Something happened with DeBarge. I was watching something with DeBarge.
Have you
on it
seen
this
the
week.
movie?
Something I was watching with DeBarge on that this week. Yo, I just want to say, man, my guy Bob Johnson, bro. Listen, you gotta take care of your household, bro. You can't be having these chicks out here writing these memoirs on you, cuz.
No, Charles.
You gotta
Hold
take
up. No,
care
no,
of
no,
that,
no, no.
bro.
Anybody that's in a power position, where you okay? You know why we talk about this dude? Because
He's in
she
a
said
powerful
that
position.
she's saying that he stirred my pot.
Facts.
He was getting his cooking on. So that's why we talking about him. Nobody, his name wasn't even coming up. We know him formerly as BET.
Don't mind me, y'all. I'm just sharing. I'm just working over here. Don't
So-
And you can too. Share the podcast. We just getting cooking right now. I brought up BT because that was the home, bro. That was the Rap City, the basement. That was Video Soul, Video Jukebox. Matter of fact, we should do a list of best BT hosts. And 9 of them is
Donnie
females.
Simpson?
No, after Donnie Simpson. I'm talking about all the females. Free. What's my girl?
What's homegirl? She was dancing right before.
Big Mo.
Big Mo,
Ain't her name
yeah.
Big Mo?
Yeah.
And then Leslie.
Leslie, yeah. Leslie was a dancer, right?
It was Big Les.
Yeah.
And then you had man, it was a lot. Roxy. Yo, we could get to 10. I know we could get to 10 BET
You
hosts.
come Sita, the digital girl, the digital host.
He was into, see, that's why you came up with that song "Computer Love."
You wild right now. So BET,
see, had
man,
curves.
it's crazy because some of our greatest mentors be having these issues, man. We just got to do. Oh, somebody wrote Caribbean. Oh, Rachel from
Rachel.
Caribbean Rhythm.
Who said that?
Yeah. Yo, listen. And it's one I'm thinking. It's one that Fife said. Fife shouted her out. Fife said, I used to have a crush. Not in Vogue. It's another one. Oh, it's another one on BT that everybody had a crush on. Back in the day.
When I was a kid, I'm not a kid anymore.
Oh man, who was that? That everybody was bugging on right now. I can't even remember, bro. Yo, listen, audience, yo, the Clash heads. We gonna do a whole thing and find out who that was on BET. Cause I know we got more than 5. I know we got more than 5 dope hosts from BET. What was the girl that used to be with AJ?
Free.
No. It was after AJ. It was after Free left. AJ had a girl there.
Oh, I know. Oh, I
the
forgot her
Spanish chick.
name.
Was it Roxy? I said Roxy, right?
No, that wasn't Roxy. Was it Roxy? No, it was another girl. I forgot her name though. The skinny Spanish chick. Yeah, I forgot her name though.
BT ain't what it used to be. But
Charles,
that was.
Listen,
the
let me tell you. Any man of power, right, could get any girl that they want. That's just what happens. You know what? Because people respect power, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the fact of the matter is, look what she said. Oh, he was my mentor and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But again, here's my thing. What she going? Okay, she going. Look at this dude. He look old as what?
Go ahead.
He was beating that brakes off of that chick.
Yo, me and wifey used to crack up every time she got. Wifey used to get so irritated every time she came out there. She'd be like, "Look at this chick, man." But
No,
anyway, so
listen. The part of the matter is, see, here's the thing. He's a billionaire.
Yeah, you put that in there.
I sure did, yo. You want to try it? Cause that joint is strong like a mother.
Now, what I didn't ask y'all is, do y'all believe her?
She about to come up with a tell-all.
No, I think she's exaggerating, but I know they was getting their little thing on. They was playing what's that? Mid Condition. You send me swinging, I send you swinging. Oh wait,
You a wild boy.
Yo, no, okay, let's real talk. All right, you know, Don't let me put y'all both on the spot. Look at that smile when she's standing next to him. She's like, yeah, he's beating these
He
guts
whispered in
up.
the air before that picture.
Hold up, Doctor. See, you can't respond to that yet because I ain't put it up there yet. I'm putting it up there for them right now.
Oh, yo, he was like, yeah, he's
He whispered in the air before he snapped
he
that
was just
picture.
like, yo, she said, yeah, he was beating up this pot. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, school bell ring, ring. Yo, listen, real talk, yo, okay, we're rappers, right? Yes, we are. We heard, oh, no, we said Rachel already. Good look,
that's
Marv,
the-
though, but we
that's
said
the-
Rachel. No, the other chick, go look up. Somebody
That's
look
the
up.
picture you was talking about.
Yeah.
So
Look at
so
that.
Deborah Lee.
She's a
claimed-
miniature beefcake, so you know what I mean. It's like, yo,
So listen, you don't want to talk too crazy about it because you might meet in real life and might need it for something.
listen, and you know what I'm gonna say?
He said he might need it for something.
I'm gonna be, could I be your mentor? And guess what I'm gonna play? Ooh, and you like it, baby.
Read that comment for me, bro.
What comment? Which one?
It's the one. Read the comments. All the comments.
I realized how much
From
power
your phone,
she
bro.
had when she had the. We can't see it like that Boondocks
Shorty
episode
said,
about
"Is this the
BET
new
from
segment
airing
when,
on TV.
Dante starts singing?"
Hold on, bro. Y'all talk at the same time. Can you read your comments?
Yeah,
Can
I
you
can
see
see
'em?
it. Shonda said, "Is this the new segment where Dante starts singing?" And
Yo,
then,
how come-
Chop said, he said, "I
Send me
realized
that link.
how much power she had when she had the Boondocks episode about BET."
That's right. They did a whole
That's a fact,
episode.
Yo,
yeah.
send me that one you
That's the
want.
other one. I
They
forgot
did
what
a whole
There's
episode.
two different ones that's popping right now, so you go into the other. You got it right there.
No, I'm in the one with Patricia. How you doing, Patricia? Hey, Patricia.
They did a whole episode.
And
You're right.
Marv.
You are right. So I'm gonna log in just because I think that's why I can't see the names of the users. But
See, I'm like,
we should be good now.
hey T, I ain't never scared. Bone crusher.
I gotta perform with you.
So we should be good now. See, there the names go. See? Now I see her name. There it is. Boom. Easy peasy.
Now you can
Flash.
see it.
Yeah. Yo, but listen. Do you believe her, Dante?
No, listen.
I believe her.
They was getting their boots shaking. She was in the lottie rocker, knocker my boot.
It's the remix.
She was like she giving me Uncle Ben. That's what I'm gonna call him from now on. Uncle Ben. She was getting her rice on. But anyway. She was getting her Spider-Man on. She was like, Uncle Ben. Yo,
Spidey senses.
my Spidey, she was like, my Spidey senses is tingling. He said, let me tickle that for you. Sprinkle it. Yo, no, I think she's exaggerating some things. Like, you know what she's trying to come off as a victim, like saying, like, I had no choice if I wanted to get in the position that I'm in. That's what it sounds like she's trying to paint. Because it's like, the cop chick.
Yeah.
What is she saying now?
Oh yeah, she switched.
Oh,
the
they
whole
groomed
story.
me.
Yeah.
Groom me, baby.
Nah, she's about to get a bag too.
See, yo, it's easy for you to flip like that. It's like you could sit back and be like, yo, how can I get out this?
She turned it into a bag. They both turned.
So she came in there dressed all white, wore her glasses and everything. I didn't even know who that was. I was like, yo, is this two lawyers? She came in there.
Oh, Jalissa is the girl's name.
Yeah, Jalissa, yeah, that's right. Who said it? That was like one of my favorites.
Julissa, yeah, that's the
Jalissa.
one. Jalissa, that's the one. Now you talking.
Yo.
Now you
Gee, send me that
talking.
link.
Let's get it. You know what I'm gonna do right here? That's what I'm gonna do too.
I can't because it's the one that you can't share. Hey, yo, y'all can stop sending those stars too. By the way, hit those stars. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Hit
T
those stars.
T saying the right deal.
Hit
Listen,
those stars.
y'all want to support the program? You
Hit those
send the
stars.
stars at the bottom of the page. If you like what you hearing and seeing, and you're having a great time, you can support the program by what, TJ?
Sending those stars. You see the new chairs and stuff like that. I'm saying, so you know.
Oh yeah, I don't know if y'all saw these new beautiful chairs. They're just very, very elegant and very.
Oh, now I'm in the building. Nails in the building.
upgrade is coming. The upgrade, always upgrading.
Always
The
upgrade.
jukebox.
Can y'all hear
We're
us? How
working
we
on the
sound?
sponsors as well.
Yes, sir. How we sound out there? We sound good or what?
Oh,
How do
Amanda
you know?
from Teen Spirit, yo, Choppy on it.
Yo,
Oh,
Chop, man, he's like a
yeah.
hip hop genius, yo.
Yo,
Like,
guess what?
are we
happened?
allowing Chop to
What?
get in any contests anymore? Cause like he wins everything. Like, he knows everything.
That's facts.
Yo, so Charles, to get back to your question, your point, what happened? I just think she's exaggerating stuff. Because you know what? See, I keep telling y'all about this revisionist history. Look at this dude, Melle Mel, yo.
Oh, we about to go in on him.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta
But
do it this way.
yo, the thing about it is,
Patricia said it's nice and clear.
yeah, we goody.
Word.
We official. We got new chairs. All we need is a strip pole right there.
Guys, did y'all
play
hear?
some Big Bag? What's that song?
Big
Big
Bag.
Bag. Yep, Big Bag.
I'm not gonna spend no more time on Bob Johnson. I'm gonna let him live. I'm not gonna spend no more time on
Uncle
Jeffrey
Ben.
Lee.
Nah, his name ain't Bob John. He's Uncle Ben.
Hopefully,
he was
hopefully
spreading his
she-
rights.
Hopefully, she show us some love when we make our way down there. When this program blow up, she could put us on BET late nights, like BET Unrated. What was it called? The late
BET
night
Uncut.
BET Uncut. They can bring that back. Put us on there. And let us shine.
Word.
But yo, I know everybody was all up in arms. If you a real hip hop head and you paying attention to Twitter,
The Melle Mel.
Melle Mel. Melle Mel heard all y'all criticism, and he has responded.
Oh, talk to me.
He has responded. I'm about to play this, and we're going to react because Mel said some wild stuff a few days ago, and Mel basically was doing a lot of dirty talking about a lot of people. I did a whole video. He said he can't put Wayne in the top 10 because he used too much auto-tune.
What?
He said he can't put Biggie in the. He said Biggie don't really have no substance. Pac got all the substance. Biggie wasn't doing nothing but talking shit.
Huh?
He said he was good at it and it was entertaining, but at the end of the day, he wasn't really saying nothing.
He's about to get canceled.
He said that Eminem only where he at because he white. And wait, we gonna get there. And then he also said, he says about Jay-Z. I forgot what he said about Jay-Z. I gotta remember. I gotta pull that up. But he said,
said Jay-Z
and
wasn't
Kendrick
the greatest,
Lamar.
right?
Kendrick Lamar is not a top 10 rapper, and nobody wants to rap like Kendrick Lamar. This is all quotes by Melle Mel. Now I'm gonna play the soundbite. I'm gonna let Dante hold it up, so y'all can hear Melle Mel's response. He was on the Art of Dialogue, right? And I'm gonna let Dante play it right now.
I ain't gonna lie. He look good for his age, though.
Yeah, the dude's 67.
Yeah. He stay in the gym, too.
Yo.
No, he's not 60. That's 61. I'm sorry, I messed it up. But press the little joint.
The Grandmaster Melle Mel, the Legend King, the Rock and Roll Hall
Turn
of
it down
Fame.
to the camera.
And what we're going to do right now is kick off our first edition of our podcast, Melle Mel's Hip Hop Corner. So what I want to do
Melle
is
Mel's
address
Hip Hop
certain
Corner.
things. What I want to do in the podcast is address certain things that's relevant in hip hop and in life. And I want to touch on right now a couple of things that's going on right now. And the first thing I want to do is just make 3 quick points. Melle Mel has nothing against nobody in hip hop. I've been in hip hop for 40 years. Very competitive. Really have nothing against nobody. I'm not jealous of nobody. I'm not intimidated by anybody or anything. And I'm not bitter. You know, I just come across as I come across because I'm a man and I say what I say. And when I say what I say, basically I mean what I say. But like I said, I have nothing against anybody. No MCs, I have nothing against anybody. Number 2, the first thing that we're going to touch on is based on a list that Billboard magazine put out about the 50 greatest artists in hip-hop. Now, what gives Billboard magazine of anybody the credentials to put that out is beyond me. And whoever wrote the list, I think he should step forward to try to clarify his rationale and his justification of putting out such a list. And everything that I said,
Checking
that
it
I
twice.
commented on, it was the comment on what he wrote and who he put on this said list. And I think Billboard is not known for hip hop, of course. They're
Salute,
known
Del.
for records. So obviously, Billboard is more leaning toward guys that made records compared toward guys like myself that put in all the time in hip hop. So now, making that point, for people who just seem to lose track of what Melle Mel is or who Melle Mel is about, we're not necessarily known for records. I was the lead rapper in the group Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, but we're not known for records. What we're known for is when a person first called themselves an MC, it was me. When the first person said hip hop and yes, y'all, that was my brother and that was Cowboy. That's who we're known for. We're responsible for the genre. We're the biggest influences in the genre. And if you ask anybody that knows anything about true hip hop, they will tell you that. If you ask anybody that calls themselves an MC, they will be the first to tell you that there is no modern day hip hop or rap or anything of that nature. If it wasn't for Grandmaster Flash, if it wasn't for the Furious Five, if it wasn't for Melle Mel, if it wasn't for Cowboy. Like I said, the word hip hop came from my crew. Cowboy invented the word hip hop. Melle Mel invented the term MC. I was the first one to say it, and we were some of the greatest groups to do it.
So hold on, I'm gonna pause it right there because he going a little long. But what he's saying is he the creator of the hip hop movement. He started the word MC. You wouldn't be saying it if he didn't call himself that. And his brother invented the words hip hop. So if anybody got anything to say about this situation, it's him. First of all,
Actually,
second-
rabbits invented hip hop. They
Who?
just couldn't say it. Rabbits.
Dante on something. Dante on something tonight. What you sugar in? What you drinking before you got here?
No, I ain't drink nothing, but rabbits was like hip hop. They just didn't say it. They was doing it.
So he basically saying that he was responding to the list, which the guy that runs the show did ask him about the list. Huh?
No, go ahead, keep going. Gonna chop.
What'd he say?
He put that emoji in there. He's like, huh? You see?
What emoji?
Oh, you can't see it? Show him.
Oh, I can see it. But yeah, so Melle Mel is basically saying he was responding to the list and everybody's all upset for him. You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk about that. Some people feel like he wasn't lying. Some people feel like Kendrick is not top 10 and that the hood don't love him. He said the streets don't rock with Kendrick.
What?
That's what Melle Mel said.
Maybe his last album, no.
No. He can't. It ain't about album. If you saying that, then you talking about all
It's everything.
all his work. So that's what he's saying. He's saying the streets don't rock with Kendrick Lamar. Eminem because he's white, not because just because he's lyrical. Anybody can do that. And then he also said that what I told you about Biggie. So we gonna break down each thing he said. And you asked me where he's from. What he sold and this and that. Melle Mel is on Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, who really they got the message and a few other records, but outside of that, they broke up before they even took off. Before they even took off.
Before we address
Go
what he
ahead.
said, you know what it is? All right. As a MC, which he said he was, correct? Nobody's mentioning him. Nobody's mentioning his group, right?
Right.
So he's feeling a certain way. That's why it's like I'm coming to be relevant and I'm saying this outlandish thing because, okay, when you sit up there and you try to, that's why we can't say something about like when he's saying Kendrick, the streets ain't messing with Kendrick. See, first of all, this dude first album, second album, like was popping like crazy. Even but before his album was popping, everybody know about Section 80 and
Kendrick's second.
and
All Kendrick albums be popping.
dedicated and stuff. So again, my thing is when you saying that, you gotta put that in a proper perspective of how you saying it. If you're gonna say this last album, okay, it will make sense, but you can't say the streets not rocking with him because this dude speaks for the streets. Matter of fact, you go look at his the album come up, Pimp a Butterfly.
Man, every hood love Kendrick, man. So Melle Mel sounds silly saying that. And he also said he only know a few songs of Kendrick, like 1 or 2 songs. So it's like you can't say that, then you don't know nothing about the man. He sound ridiculous.
I told you, he sound like an old bitter rapper, yo.
He's very
He
bitter.
said dumb ish about Wu-Tang Clan, Big, and countless folks. Method Man even said on Math Hoffa's how Melle Mel was hating on him and Wu.
That's a fact.
That's a fact too. But yo, even
What's
that,
up, Vic?
Like, how you gonna all right? He said the thing about Lil Wayne because of the auto tune, but it's like Lil Wayne fucking raps, bro. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
But if you listen to what he said, it sounded like he was trying to justify it with one thing.
Yeah.
Not saying that Lil Wayne couldn't rap or was rapping.
Or he couldn't be on there because he uses auto tune.
Right.
But it's like, nigga, catch up. Like,
That's
everybody use auto
that's
tune.
again. That's my point. Are we speaking on a certain time or overall? I'm not
Right.
speaking for him. I'm asking the question.
Yeah.
Because it's like saying, okay, let's see. Most people consider Method Man a lyricist, correct?
Facts.
But how many people say his albums are not good?
A
A
lot.
lot.
Of people. A lot of people.
But they still consider him a lyricist. So
And one of the best rappers in the business.
right. So again, his albums ain't good.
Even Ghostface said, "Damn, the way Meth is still rapping inspires me."
So
Yeah.
again, so nobody ever said the rapper Method Man is whack. They just said his albums ain't up to par with the status of Method Man.
But guess what? He can still pack the arena.
No. So
That's all it boils down
that-
to.
I'm
You,
just
said,
using-
you always say, well, what's your saying?
how many people? Is it about how many people friends you have online? How many can you get in line? That's what I'm asking. What's the criteria? See, when people be saying things now, again, as a creator and as a forefather, we could call him a forefather.
Yeah.
Because the song, The Message,
That's a
you cannot take away like that. If you do any top 100 song, The Message is in that top 100.
Yep.
So when you come up with a song like that, and yet you don't feel like you're getting the recognition of starting something, you're gonna feel a little salty. You're gonna feel a certain way. But when you try to belittle and put down other people to uplift yourself,
Right.
that's when you're making all this controversy and commotion. And are you? Because look what he just said. Melle Mel coming out with a podcast on The Corner, which sound
Right.
like an old name, but
He's trying to. He's using this
Yeah.
as to boost himself by knocking other people down.
Because who's gonna? If you keep knocking all these people down, who you think gonna listen to your podcast?
Right.
Go ahead, T.
because it's a new era. So it's like he's trying to fit in, but at the same time, like you said, he's knocking people down. It's like, yo, Kendrick Lamar. Did you see that Kendrick Lamar tour? Was that special that's on Amazon?
Crazy.
Yo, I'm like, this shit is nuts.
Crazy.
Listen to what you just said. You watched a tour on Amazon.
Exactly.
See,
That shit is
it goes to show you. See,
I think he was on stage for like 3 hours, bro. Like that shit was crazy. Just the stage setup, the energy, like I felt like I was in the arena. Like I felt the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, this shit is crazy, yo.
that's my.
I was inspired by that. Like, yeah, that shit right there. Like I want my stage
Listen
like
to
this.
what you just
I
said.
want my setup like this. Like you already know what I'm on. So I mean, I'm like, yeah, I want my stage like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
You
that
just
inspired
said
me.
you watched a concert for 3 hours on Amazon. That's this era. So again, one of the reasons why I keep
So
saying
he doubled up on the bag because he sold out the arena. Then he got paid because it's
Free-
on Amazon. Like, you know what I'm saying?
all
Like,
kinds of sponsorships and all that.
Sponsorships, everything.
But here's what this is
Super
my
bag.
this is my point of what I'm sitting up there saying about Melle Mel. Yo, Melle Mel here.
big bag.
Come,
Big bag.
come closer, Melle Mel. Let me tell you a secret.
Go ahead, talk to him.
Melle Mel. Listen, nobody's gonna take away that you could be. You know what? You should actually talk about health on your podcast. You probably get a lot of listeners because again, I ain't going front.
He was in
look
the
healthy.
gym when he was making that comment.
He
You heard them dumbbells
he looked
clapping?
healthy
You heard them
for his
dumbbells clapping?
age and everything. Healthy, whatever. Hey, he's still alive. You know how most of our people that just passed away was broke,
Yeah.
sick. He's not. 'Cause we could name off
That's a fact.
Houdini, De La Soul, who else? Fife. We could name off a bunch of them, and he's still kicking and breathing. So again, you speak on that. But here's the thing you gotta understand. We're 90 babies. We're in the 2025 right now. That's 30 years later. The fact of the matter is the adjustment of where things is now from where it came from, you gotta change with the times. Like again, if I were to sit up here and say who's the Biggie of nowadays, you would have to say who? Who's that rapper like that? Who's the boot camp of this time? So again, we don't have that variety.
And
that
speaking
we
of
had.
that, later we're gonna talk about why there are no rap groups right now. But go ahead, finish.
So now, in this era,
Raw money for the solo artists. But go ahead.
that's one point. So now, when you look in this era, you have the Wu, NBA YoungBoys. Who would you compare him to from back in the day? You won't.
NBA YoungBoy. I just think
He's in his own lane.
He's in his own lane.
So they have expanded what we consider. Just like he came out with the message, you are MC. Now let's ask this question, and I'm not disrespecting him.
Mm-hmm.
Compare his message to the Nas message.
Which one? I Know I Can or something like that?
No, Nas message, the song message.
Oh yeah, all right.
So
yeah.
you're an MC, and people gonna respect you as being an MC of that time, coming up with your song, the message. But you're not on the level of Nas, right or wrong.
Not at all. Not even close.
So again,
Respectfully, but
so
not even close.
that's evolution. That's evolution. Like Little Baby right now is considered a top 10.
Yeah.
And
He came a long way.
Drake is considered a top 10.
Yep.
Drake is probably the Jay-Z or Biggie of our era. That top dog right now.
Meaning of this era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you say things like this and you put in, now here's another thing, you actually also causing the segregation of hip hop because you're going against,
It's divisive.
you're going against people that actually elevated. Like Eminem, I'm tired of this white or black. If the dude, people, please go back and listen to his song, Lose Yourself.
Yeah.
If you're a rapper, you can relate to that song. Lose
That's
Yourself.
when you tell he was,
That's
he
why
was
that's his biggest song.
Yeah, that's one of his biggest songs. But like at that moment in his career, like you can tell, like he was like, damn, like I'm here. Like I worked this hard to get here. Like he put his blood, sweat, and tears into that song. And that song, and with the movie itself, like that, it told his story. It told what he was going through, his train of thought at the moment, him trying to get to where he was at that moment, even to right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It speaks to that.
Their club, the 8 Mile Club or whatever he's going to, it was our black rep.
Yeah, what they call that? What was it? It was in a church, right? Well, it was. Something.
Oh, I can't even remember the name
You know
of
what
that
I'm
club.
talking
Yeah, I remember. Somebody gotta remember the name of that club on
Chop,
We gonna put
chime in, Chop. We know you know the answer to this.
Yo, but long story short with this Melle Mel stuff, man. Melle Mel really is just jealous. He been like this since the 90s about every new rapper. He had issues with Wu and all these other people. So it's always something. He trying to say he was asked a question and he answered it honestly. But it really is just an old man hating at this point. And remember when you was young, they would be like, oh, y'all playing that noise. That ain't real hip hop. That's noise. Turn that noise off. Y'all don't know nothing about no real music. And they put on some Al Green or something. Right? It ain't that we don't know about real music. It's the fact that the music has changed. And it's supposed to change. Right? And so,
Just like cars.
what he said about auto-tune, there's nothing wrong. I like messing with auto-tunes. But what he's trying to say is, if you're not rapping like I used to rap, then your songs ain't valid. Now, the problem with it is, if you go back and look at early hip-hop, they used a lot of echo, a lot of synth, a lot of reverb. Guess what those are? Special effects. That makes your voice, hey, yo, 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 all the echo. That is an effect. And a lot of them songs wouldn't be what they was without those effects, right? A lot of the KRS songs, he got a lot of effects and echoes. A lot of DJs use a lot of echoes when you don't hear a DJ's voice, you hear an echo. Yo, 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 what's good, good? Like, so we got to be careful about how we treat these special effects, right? Some people Tupac used to do it. He put the tone. Not the tone, but
I think Tupac was one of the first artists to actually double up on.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff, but he would make his voice go low. He would make it go high. So he did a lot of stuff with echoes, and like TJ saying, he would do different things and stack it and do all kind of stuff. He was one of the first. I think he was the first rapper I heard rap at the same time, like on two different tracks saying the exact same rhyme. So it's like he would say the whole rap through the whole song.
Somebody said that nigga's a hater.
That never stopped them. You know what I'm saying? So when he's trying to discredit Lil Wayne for what he's doing, people like Lil Wayne. You can't tell that people say you're gonna say the comments. Don't just, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when he say that people is using too much of this and that, if the people like it, it's not up for him to say that. In the what did Chop say?
No, he said that. No, I was seeing it on here. It just says Facebook user. I didn't know who said it.
Okay.
That's why I was like,
Yeah.
We got a little monitor.
So I think this dude Melle
Yeah,
Mel.
313. That's the
Be
that's
bugging.
the
What you
the
say?
area code.
The area code is not
It's
313.
Detroit,
That's
right?
the area code. But the little spot they went to rap at, that's what we trying to figure out. Chop the name of the spot they was rapping at. Somebody know that.
Not the Trinity. It was something. It was like a.
Google it. Somebody can Google that.
It was a church though. I do know that it was a church.
It might have been
turned into
called
an
the
event
church.
space.
To be honest with you. All right, hold on. This is an easy Google.
John Morant was
The
in that movie.
name of the.
He was Clarence.
Oh yeah.
Somebody said that on Twitter. He said every time I hear John Morant, I think of that street.
The name of the rap club in 8 Mile for the final battle. Wow, it came up and it still don't have no answer. I gotta read all this to figure out the dang on name. The Shelter.
The Shelter.
Oh, that's what it
The
was
Shelter.
called. Yeah, the Shelter.
So the name of the
Chop
was
City.
Shelter.
Oh, Chop.
Oh, you just wrote. We just wrote that.
Chop.
Good job, Chop.
Word.
Chop always on point. So
I
the
don't know what he
Shelter.
win, but he's gonna. Yeah, he's always winning.
That's where I live at
He
right
always
now.
sending
Chop.
something to DC.
Shelter.
So I think that Melle Mel just really he right now. First of all, he need a hug. Just a hug from one of these
Just a
dudes.
hug?
He
So
need
give
a
him a
hug,
hug.
bro.
Nah, you know what it is, Charles? Like, on some real talk, like, you gotta remember, when he's saying in the forefront, you don't know what people are saying behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So he may be the face of what he's actually feeling and saying, but somebody might be saying, yo, you need to be getting your props
That's what it is.
and stuff. So somebody probably be
It's him.
putting a battery in his bag.
It's his brother.
He's looking himself in the mirror and saying it.
Nah, because again, you gotta understand, he's respected, he got friends, and yo, I was listening to the Urban X podcast this morning, he was
Yeah.
talking about how Black Dot was talking about how, when remember when Melle Mel dissed Joe Budden? Because Joe Budden said, I ain't better than Melle Mel. And he said, you were the bottom of the ass crack. he said, rap was a body, and rap was a body, beat ass.
I forgot about. Wow, I forgot about that. Listen. I'm gonna leave Melle Mel alone, man. Get out of here with this Melle Mel. We gonna give you a pass
He
on
says
this one.
Belly
We
Mel's
just gonna
gonna bench
move
press
on.
Dante.
He gonna throw him over his shoulder like Santa
Yo, bring me
Claus.
on your show, I'll come to the corner. That's
Listen,
the corner. That-
I want to move on to some like more important stuff. Ja Morant.
Some Uncle Ben.
Ja Morant
He's
will
a
not
double,
face
he's a double shooter.
charges
He's a double shooter.
after the gun video. Y'all know about this Ja Morant gun video?
Yeah.
He will not face charges.
He would not face charges.
He would not face criminal charges.
Why would he? Just had a gun.
No, he had it in a nightclub.
Yeah, in the club.
Oh, okay.
That's very different. Just having a gun on video is one thing. He was in a nightclub with the
People in
gun.
the club with him?
Yeah, he was at a nightclub.
No, just 5 o'clock is a little bit over.
You're not supposed to have that. It's not. He's not the owner of the club. It don't matter if nobody's in there. He's not supposed to have no
So
gun.
why he ain't getting
You walk
charged
in
with
the club, they
charge?
pat you
Let me
down,
let me
right?
read
I
it.
know.
Facing 3 injuries, the Memphis Grizzlies have taken another player off their court, but this time it's due to the police, an NBA investigation into the team star player. The Grizzlies lost their second straight game without Ja Morant, who is under investigation after the 23-year-old posted an Instagram live video of himself appearing to hold a gun at a nightclub outside of Denver. Morant has apologized for his. Oh, he was outside the nightclub.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Morant has
That's it.
apologized for his actions via his representation on Saturday after Memphis announced he would be taken away from the team.
So he's suspended.
He is suspended
How many games and how
to
long?
It was
work
supposed to
on
be 2,
bettering
but they said
himself.
indefinite.
Like, what's that mean?
Now they
There
trying
is
to figure out.
there is no timetable for his return. The team tweeted on Wednesday that Morant will miss at least 4 more games.
See?
Yeah, they gonna try and figure
Nah,
out.
cause you know what they trying to figure out? Did he take that gun on the plane with him? Cause if he took it on the NBA plane,
Yeah, he probably did. They don't search their bags. But at the
Where
end
else
of the
he
day, at the end of the day, right? He's an idiot. Like, bro, you're about to throw everything away. Like, even if, at the end of the, like, he shouldn't be the one. If there is a gun around, he shouldn't be the one. He's the money. Why does the money got the
But
strap,
he don't think it clearly. So a lot of people might be like,
the people around him ain't
yeah,
thinking
a lot of
clearly
people might be
either.
like, what's wrong with him having a gun? They don't know. If you don't know that he's doing too much right now, he's doing a lot of extra stuff. He's trying to be too hip hop and too gangster.
Nah, he's bugging.
He's doing a lot of
His team's bugging.
a lot of stuff that
Hey, Charles.
that's looking mad suspect.
Charles, hold up.
Go ahead.
Come on, let's talk on some real. Come on, TJ and Charles, y'all know y'all from the streets.
But he not.
Look,
Yeah, he's not at all.
He not.
Okay, Charles. How many dudes you know
Talk to him.
in high school that was suckers,
Yep.
and as soon as they got money or something, here they come flexing.
That's when they got their heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they still saw. You were still.
They still
smacking his
suck.
Hold
brothers.
on, listen. Okay, that's the first question. Second question. How many people you know that are really bout it, was going around acting like they was bout it? You
That's
know?
a trick question.
No, they don't do that. Most
Most of them don't do it, but some of them do. But
you
yeah,
knew who, no. The real street
You
dudes,
knew who not to play
You
with.
knew who they, like when they, listen, it was like Debo. We just didn't call them Debo. They had other names. But when you knew you seen them, you know what you was like when you was on the block? I hope today ain't my turn. I hope today ain't my turn. You used to sit there and like, oh, they gonna get somebody, but I just hope today ain't my turn.
yeah.
So that's what I'm sitting up there saying. So all this acting out and everything,
What?
who's he trying to prove? Like
who
he's
he trying
trying
to
to
prove a point
prove
to?
he's. That's what I'm saying. He's trying to prove the top dog.
Dante,
He's a
you-
millionaire, right?
if you his boy, what you gonna tell him? Not one of the knuckleheads. I'm talking about
His friend.
you his friend, and you know exactly what you know right now.
Like if he's
what
a
you gonna
star
tell him?
and I'm like around him and whatever, he ain't holding the grip. Like why would he need to hold the
See,
grip?
he's
the
telling him
money.
he ain't holding the grip. I'm telling him like right now, yo. First of all,
You're doing dumb
we're
shit.
not even talking about grips. You know what we're gonna be talking about? Gripping money. Because right now you have like y'all haven't paid attention. You notice ever since they got rid of Kyrie, they started raising him up.
Yeah.
He got the Nike deal.
He's the money
He
bag.
got the Powerade deal. What else is it? His team is on the rise. Is second in the West. So again, I'd have been telling him like, yo, you see all of this? Guns didn't put you in this position.
Security got the guns, bro. I'm gonna keep stressing.
Guns
Guns
didn't put you in this position. Intelligence put you in this position.
Yeah.
So what are we doing right here? Like, who are you trying to get the hood chicks, or are you trying to get what's Shorty name that was giving Ben Johnson some?
Stupid.
What's her name?
Debbie Lee.
Are you trying to get the hood chicks or Deborah Lee? Look, see, he even tell you like throwing up a crip sign.
He's throwing up a gang sign.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
a Crips, yeah.
So what I'm saying is, so Dante,
So he's a member. He know what I mean?
No, he probably what's the word they use?
Associated?
No, he's the funder. He funded them.
Yeah, so he's getting
The bag
protection,
man.
but
Yeah.
he's paying for that shit. But yo, but it's, that's it.
I wanna
But
hear
at the end of the day, like,
TJ's
like,
word.
At the end of the day, it's stupid. Like at the end of the day, like the money man, even if there's guns around, the money man should not be having the guns. And in his position, like, I'm gonna stress it again. Security, bro.
He
Like,
shouldn't even be in a position where he could get shot.
yeah, but that's. Like,
but I mean, if he had a club, he can get shot.
Yeah.
No.
he get shot in the
I
club,
said.
yeah. But-
Did y'all know? Hold up before.
All right,
you
hold up.
Did you know that they had a team meeting for to not do this? Like Steven Adams, the veteran, was saying we don't need to be, but they was pointing you don't need to be going to clubs and everything. And he got bagged that very night.
Who got back that night?
Yeah, but
John Morant?
Okay,
he's
okay.
23. He's gonna go to the club. He's gonna enjoy the fruits of his labor that he worked for. But at the end of the day,
But
you
he
never
hurt the
heard
team.
about Jordan being in the club with a gun. You never heard about LeBron being in the club with a gun. LeBron been in the club. You never heard about Kobe being in the club with a gun.
Facts.
He's busting off in other ways.
You stupid. Yo. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they're gonna have top notch security. Of course, it's not
Of the world.
Like, but it's like, yo, man, he's bugging at the end of the day, bro. You're about to throw the bag away. You're 23 years old and you're doing stupid. He's doing typical 23-year-old shit, but he's doing this fucking stupid. Yo.
Now, two people have come to his defense.
Who?
I was about to say.
Paul Pierce
Oh, no.
Oh.
But Paul
and
Pierce,
Steven Jackson.
No, but Paul Pierce. Okay,
Alright,
Steven
Steven
Jackson,
Jackson,
a
yeah.
gangster.
Let's talk about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Paul Pierce is gonna say that.
Oh,
because-
Paul- start
because
with Paul
his His situation that
In
happened
Boston,
in Boston.
Almighty.
You know what I'm saying? But, you're stupid. But wait, what was that situation? Was it behind the female?
It was what happened is he was getting the attention of a female that was
One of their dudes? One of their-
affiliated with the dudes and
Yeah,
everything, and he was running his mouth, and you know what they told him? You ain't in Kansas no more, Authority. you don't have Tito. What's the dog name?
He was almost outta here,
You
too.
don't have Tato with you.
He was almost out of
Yeah,
here.
they laced him. But again, everybody that know them dudes knew how them dudes get down. Mayman and all of them, shout them out. But
I remember that they came out here. The Body Bag Boys is ready to take care of them. If you don't know about the Body Bag Boys,
I know.
But
Let
yeah,
me-
that was an international, the first Wu-Tang show.
Let me
Nah, real
read
shit, I
y'all
was
what
in the
Paul
building.
Pierce
I
said.
seen it.
He said, I don't care what y'all say about Ja. I carried a gun after I was stabbed.
After, see?
Y'all don't know what he going through. Everyone got something to say until you really know what's really going on in someone's life. When you black and you rich, you a target, period.
Security.
No, but Charles, okay.
That's what Paul
The
Pierce had to
difference
say.
is you could carry a gun and nobody have to know what's on you.
Yeah.
He's flashing.
Facts.
There's a difference. What happens when you, okay, right now, right?
He's like, yeah, I got the grip on me.
Okay.
I got the grip on
What
me.
happened when a dude that ain't about that gunplay was flashing? He was about to get knocked out and it was
Yeah,
going to
and
take
take
it.
his gun.
See what I mean? So when you flashing like that, it's like you flashing to show what?
It's weird.
You're not gonna use it or whatever. And your boy Steven Jackson, he was. Did y'all see the picture when somebody pistol whipped him? And his lip was like bigger than his face. Y'all didn't see that, did you?
Steven Jackson.
Yeah, he got pistol whipped one time. He was in a little soft joint. It was like a fight, whatever. He got hit in the mouth with the hammer. His joint was swollen. I was like, whoa! I didn't even know it could get that big.
That's crazy.
So again, most people that's about certain okay, Paul Pierce is defending why he had one because he had a situation that happened to him while he was in a club.
Yeah.
And
with real street dudes though.
right.
His situation was with real street dudes.
But you ain't go to clubs after that.
I'm saying, if you know about Benzino and them, like, I mean, and his pops is connected to them people, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like he was in a real situation.
Do we from here? We know when boss is in the house, something's about to pop off. One day I'll tell a story about what happened at Thayer Street, why they changed it up. Cause I was there that night when they changed Thayer Street up, and it had something to do with Boston dudes. And if anybody think I'm lying, we could call Nuncio. Nuncio would be like, he was right there. Cause I seen these dudes, I was like, oh Nuncio, these dudes. Cause Nuncio was all happy. I was like,
I seen Master up with them dudes downtown, Saki shit. You know what I'm saying?
all stuff.
I want to say one thing about Ja Morant, and I feel like what Paul Pierce is saying really doesn't relate
It's
to Ja
irrelevant.
Morant because we all know that y'all are targets, right?
Anybody with money is a target. Bro.
Anybody with money is a target, but that's not what's going on with Ja Morant. Ja Morant is talking real reckless on Twitter. He's doing a lot of gang activity like he's in the gang and he's not. This guy from a good neighborhood with a good home, and he was never into none of this street stuff. Now he gets millions, and now he want to insert himself in street stuff. What did he put on his thing on his
That's
Twitter
backwards.
one time? Where he was like, something about put you in a body bag, like something crazy. Where it's like once you reach that level,
You want to know how
that's
you
the
know
last
anything
thing
about
you
that
should
life?
be saying.
I can tell you right now, nobody even said this, but I will. You're 23 years old, punching on a 17-year-old, and you went to go get the grip. Game over. If you need a grip for a 17-year-old as a 23-year-old athletic man, that's all I need to know about you.
Yeah. Was it like he's gonna get jumped or something?
No, they probably was playing ball. The 17-year-old was probably giving it to him, running his mouth
Talking
and everything.
shit,
And so he got into his emotions, pop, 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 and then he went to go get the gun. And he just had it in his pants or whatever. And the 17-year-old was, you want to know who was smarter? 17-year-old was like, yo, I'm suing. I got me a bag.
It's an easy
Yeah,
bag.
my mom.
Facts.
So again, the bottom line when it comes to, it's like, when you're trying to say you're something, you're really not what you're saying you are. Because you wouldn't have to tell the world you are what you are. Because the people know who's, like Suge Knight didn't have to go around saying, he just said,
Suge Knight
what
walk
he
in the
say?
building and everybody's running.
What he
Facts.
say? If you don't want your CEO dancing in your videos or talking on Clash, come run with Cody on Records.
So the last thing about Ja Morant though, Fat Joe chimed in against Ja Morant's dad.
Uh-oh.
because he's saying he's not a good parent.
Ooh!
Said Fat Joe said that?
Yeah. He said John Morant always got his father there. Instead of enjoying the scene and getting drunk. He's getting drunk.
Yeah.
He better school his son before his son loses it. No, this is what he said.
That's a fact, though.
He's saying instead of enjoying the scene and getting drunk at games, he better school his son before the kid loses his career
All
and
his
loses
life.
all the greatness he gotta bring. You gotta understand, as a fan, I'm selfish. I don't want nothing to happen to Ja because, and this joint jumped. Because he got so many Christmases, so many birthdays, so many times to light them up on TV. He is a must-see TV player. I do not want this kid to get in trouble. They said he's still young, which means nothing. You cannot be out there punching people with the gun. Somebody tell this future billionaire to sit his ass down. And you did not come this far to F it up. Your family has to really be your family and talk to you. I don't make money off Ja, I'm just telling you the truth. So he said his dad is at the games just getting drunk. And first of all, why are you drunk at the game? I get it. You're going to drink. You're going to have fun. I'm going to go place to have fun. But my son on the court, what am I showing? If I'm seeing that he getting this, he getting all this, he's starting to go the wrong way. Me being there drunk ain't
Not
helping.
even that though. It's like if you're gonna drink, that's after the fact. That's when the game. That's not me.
Let's win the
on,
game.
You know what I mean,
Listen.
Like you see, my pops be my parents be at my events sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yo,
like after the fact.
But here's the thing,
I
you know
mean?
what? But see, let's put this in proper perspective. Your parents ain't there to take your shine or get shine.
Right.
There's a difference. See,
They
okay.
helping with the whole everything.
That's
we
what I'm
do.
saying. And you know what's so funny? Because when we had our release party, your parents, even though they was a part of the scene, was still behind the scene.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But here's the thing, right? Certain fathers, because of our ball, you know why we don't see him no more?
Why?
Because-
his kids let his kids shine.
No,
He did all that talking to put to help them get in
Because the first
position.
one that he spoke on, Lonzo
Mm-hmm.
didn't. He didn't do what they said he was going to do. They was talking about his number retired in the Lakers. He ain't even a part of the Lakers no more. He don't even play for the Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
So your words mean nothing now.
Right.
And his other son just got hurt. You know what they trying to say now? Is it LeVar's fault that they getting hurt?
Where he pushed them in too early.
That's so again, what most fathers that haven't been in the limelight doing, like think about it. This dude is dapping Usher and other people like he would never have been able to touch if it wasn't for his son. So, oh, you know what? I did this. I made this child. I helped this child. Let me get what I can get out of this as well. So when y'all sitting up there saying he getting drunk and everything, he's also trying to enjoy the limelight on that aspect as well. One of the things I'm not going to ever do is criticize somebody parenting. Can't do that. I understand what Fat Joe was saying.
You're supposed to tell your kid like you're doing.
Listen, there's a certain way you got to speak on that because you know what? We don't know what your kids is doing. Your kids is not in a position like this man is. So again, we don't, because there's a lot of people. Okay, Lawrence Fishburne daughter was enough said. See, again, we don't know the behind the scenes to know. He might be telling his son,
And he's not listening.
and that could be
That's a
one.
fact.
Hold up, Dante. I'm gonna have to clash right there, bro.
No.
There's nothing wrong with getting. I'm not telling the man not to have a good time, right? But I'm gonna safely assume that if your son wilding like this, and I look over to you, and you on the sideline smack,
Nash, yeah. That's
I'm
what Fat
thinking
Joe
you
said.
not doing your job. Like it's nothing else but to assume. I can't be like, well, behind the scenes, he might be a good dad. No, I'm
I
looking
know.
over
I didn't
here.
say behind the scenes he's a
No,
good
no, but
dad.
what
I
I'm
said
just
behind
saying,
the
I'm
scenes,
saying,
I don't know what he's saying.
I'm just gonna clash with you because if this kid running wild, he run down the court throwing up gang signs. First of all,
But
listen,
Charles, as a 23-year-old man,
listen to me. What I'm about to say to you, bro. My son, I'm gonna be on him. We gonna be fist fighting. If you're in $1 million, you're a millionaire basketball player, and you come down the court throw up a Crip sign. That's gonna be the day me and you have a real
Why have you
knockdown
said you're
drag
cut
out.
off now?
I'm not there for the money in the first place. The simple fact
that's what
is
he's saying.
okay. So
He's
now
saying as a
you just
parent.
proved a point. He a bad parent if
My-
you're there for the
my
money.
parents used to cuss me out for doing dumb shit all the time. Real
Exactly. And don't you cuss
shit. And
out
you
your
know-
kid right
I
now?
did. But you know I was doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? At 23, I was wilding. I was still wilding, bro.
I'm just gonna say for
Oh,
the record.
nah,
I know what
you
Dante.
saying?
I get what you're trying to say. You're saying that okay, we can't, we're not in his shoes. We don't know what he's trying to tell the guy. I understand that. But if you come, let's say they have a parent-teacher
see my
conference,
shoes? No.
if they have a parent-teacher conference at the school and you come up there drunk, they're gonna say, well, now we see why the kid like that.
Yeah.
So that's why we saying,
Oh no,
now
no,
we see why the kid like that.
No, Charles. I used to be a count. You know, the first thing I'm thinking is, I'm thinking that now, how parents are and parenting. But what the thing about it is, I'm just saying, it's not wise wisdom to criticize someone's parenting. Is all I'm saying. Because again, we don't. Okay, as a father, he put his son in that position,
Charles,
correct?
I'm telling my son to sit your dumb ass
I know. As a father, he put his son in that position, right? I'm not condoning. What he's doing is stupid.
Right.
Even if he got shot or something, it would be the dumbest thing. It's like, how you even explain that? It's like,
He's bugging.
it's like I told my boy, right? Because like, okay, I'm gonna just tell you like this. I have a friend. I ain't gonna say his name. He's a
you know
business
what time
owner.
it is.
He got
Story time.
You know
with
what
Dante.
time it is.
Story time.
You
with
know
know what time it
this
is.
story relates to this.
Guys,
It is story time.
it is
with
story
Dante.
time with Dante.
Listen,
Make it good, Dante.
Wait,
I'ma
I'm
know.
gonna get some ice while we tap
Yo,
story
listen.
time.
I want you to hear this, T, so I'm gonna say this loud. Okay. Me and my boy, I think I told this before, and I'll say it again. This is a dude who had more money than me. He had a business, and he's a father. Now, we went out one night, and we was just hitting every strip club in Rhode Island. We hit every strip club in Rhode Island. Now, we went to this one particular one. We was the only guys in there. Other than the guys that worked there, we was the only guys there. We had our flavor of the month. We was black sheep in that joint. So now, he was trying to talk to one certain female. And I don't know if because he was obnoxious, drinking and everything, she wasn't feeling him like that or whatever. But I'm like, yo, there's other females. So another dude came in and he went to go talk to that female. So now this dude got in his feelings of emotions, I could say, on the outside looking in. It was like, yo, could I buy you a drink? Now the other dude was like, I'm cool, nah, I already knew. See, I told you, you know shooters. Without them telling you, I think this dude's a shooter. I knew. So I'm just like, yo, he don't want to drink. He said, thank you, chill. So he still bought him a drink because that's that ego kicking in now. That's what I'm saying with people with egos. So the ego kicked in. I was like, you know what? I'll take the drink. Give me the drink. I'll drink it or whatever. So my man, I'm passing some of the stuff. My man ended up getting kicked out the club. I'm the one that normally used to get kicked out. He got kicked out. So I'm sitting here like, and I go outside and I'm talking to him. And I'm just like, yo, B, what's going on? It's like, there's most massive females in here. If that one wasn't feeling, you gonna find another one or whatever. So
And what'd he say?
And us talking, he was like, yeah, you're right, whatever. So dude came outside. He's like, you look out like your man, because I was about to shoot your dumb. I was like, ah! He's like, I knew he was a shooter, I just knew it. So he's like, oh, you gonna shoot me? So he took his shirt off. I ain't even gonna say his color that, because he took his shirt off, and I was like, I'm trying to calm him down. I get ahead of you. I was like, you know what? I don't care if you get shot no more. Get shot, I don't care. I don't even, as long as he don't shoot me, I don't care. But dude took off, and you knew he had a burner car. The car that wasn't his. He used somebody else's car, but he could just throw the keys. I know how this stuff operates. So I said to my man when we got in the car, we both drink. Here's the point I wanted to make, people. This is why I told this story. My man got a kid and he got a business. I said, yo, let me ask you something. How would I have explained to people, especially your son, that you got shot in a strip club talking to a dude we didn't know? Make that make sense. This is what I'm trying to say. You don't know what you're saying to a person behind the scenes. But sometimes things don't register because they on that adrenaline rush and everything. And that's what he might be feeling, because they said if they say he going to get help. Help for what? Because he's on an adrenaline. You don't know what kind of excitement or whatever he's getting from this action. He might be getting the girl's attention that he wasn't getting when he was in high school or
Wasn't
something.
nothing?
Well, we're going to have to drink it lukewarm. So, again, that's my point about how people deal with certain, things. And everybody's trying to speak on the perspective.
I don't need none. You can have it all.
People trying to speak on the perception of what it is that he's going through. Let's hear what this man got to say before we just jump the gun. Because again, I just think he's a young kid who didn't get attention, like black and ugly as ever. However, I stay coochie down to the stocks. You see what I mean?
So you don't know how to accept the limelight?
I think because again, you know how many dudes when they come in, they be all humble. Yo, my baby mother and everything. We about to get married. And like Kanye, and look what happened.
Facts.
See, it happened. Dude, I'm trying to tell you, when you're not used to getting females like Uncle Ben, Ben Johnson.
Facebook user said your man was in his feelings that night. I don't know why this joint bugging tonight keeps saying everybody Facebook.
That's chops.
Be careful, TJ.
I got it.
So, nah, it's all good, y'all. You know what? Hope you wising up, Nas. 5 albums in 2 years? I could.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yo, next up.
So next topic, guys. I don't know. Did we talk about Sugar Hill Gang already?
No, you did a video on it.
video.
I want to
I did a
hear
video.
this. I'm gonna watch it, but I want to hear what you had to say.
I don't know. This for my old heads. If y'all too young, this would be a teachable moment. This is what we gonna call this right now. This is a
moment?
I'm
teachable
full back 'cause I'm listening to this.
moment.
Oh, you popped that already?
Teachable moment, people. It's time for the teachable moment. And what I'm gonna do, right? For all my hip hop people who love hip hop, we're gonna have a teachable moment. Because over the past couple of days, I've been researching a
Yo,
couple
where's
things,
Fliz at?
right?
Fliz, you in the comments?
Fliz, I don't know where Fliz is at. He ain't in the comments. But listen, we had the Melle Mel thing inspired me to look into my old school people. When Melle Mel started popping all the junk about Eminem and all these people, I wanted to look into my old school people. I found out a lot of stuff about the message, the song, The Message. When you said it earlier, we're gonna talk about it on another episode. But The Message, all of them guys in Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, none of them are on that song but Melle Mel, right? A guy wrote The Message, ain't even a rapper.
Broken glass.
And the simple fact of the matter is, he wrote that. They lip sync it every time they perform it because none of them are rapping on it. Melle Mel's at the very end. So we could discuss that song in the history of hip hop, a song that's considered the greatest song in hip hop, written by a guy that ain't even a rapper. Talk about ghostwriting. And they don't even acknowledge his name is Duke Booty, and they don't acknowledge him. They got inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Duke
didn't invite
Booty.
him to the Hall of Fame induction, and he was
Shout
still
out
alive.
Nicole.
All right, but let me just
Sis
move on.
poppin'.
So with that being said, I went into Sugar Hill Gang. Y'all know hip hop, the hip it to the hip of the hip, the hop, you don't stop, the rock to the bang bang boogie. The Sugar Hill Gang, right? They have a song called Rapper's Delight, right? And the Rapper's Delight is considered the very first hip hop song that was commercially a success. It hit the top 40. It never broke higher than top 40, but it hit the top 40. And the hip hop world was changed forever by this song. And we as people always refer back to Rapper's Delight as the beginning of a lot of people getting into rap, including myself. When I first heard the Sugar Hill Gang perform Rapper's Delight, it was in 1979, right? And no one was rapping like them, and no one had seen this before. No one was rapping, period. There was no rap songs on the radio. So this song was the biggest song in the world at the time. Now, they tour under this name and this and that, but what we don't understand when we start giving them the credit for being the first rap group on record. They're the first rap group. Fatback Band did a record on a B-side, but they're not a rap group. So they did a rap record, but it's not acknowledged. So we acknowledge these people as the first rap record. Come to find out, the rapping began in the Bronx and in Harlem, right? When Sylvia Robinson, who created the Sugar Hill Records, heard rapping, her record company was going bankrupt, and she didn't know what she was going to do. So what she did, when she heard rapping in the nightclub where the DJ was calling response to the crowd, she said, "That's the sound I'm gonna use." She wasn't a hip hopper. She didn't know no rapper. She didn't know nothing about the music. But the music was already heavy in New York. It was an underground scene for about 4 or 5 years. It was already buzzing. So she jumped in. She wasn't even in the business. So this is what we call when we say when corporations got involved, it messed up rap. She was an older woman who, God bless her, she brought rap to the world, but she didn't have nothing to do with rap. She went to Jersey and found 3 rappers in Jersey. None of them were in New York where this stuff started at. So the Sugar Hill Gang is from Jersey. They're from Inglewood, Jersey. They're not from Harlem. They're not from the Bronx.
I think the original building that they had is now down now. The record company.
Okay, so what happened was she was on the street grabbing anybody that looked like they could rap for an audition at her car. She went to the pizza spot. She saw Big Bank Hank in there. He's rapping to Grandmaster Caz raps. He has the radio. He's playing because he's his manager. Big Bank Hank was managing Grandmaster Caz. Grandmaster Caz was a rapper in the Bronx.
Talk about where you get this story from?
I'm telling you the story.
No, where did you get it from?
This is public knowledge.
Yeah.
So this is public knowledge. So Grandmaster Caz is part of real hip hop. Like he's one of the first original MCs. He was doing it for years. He decided to get a manager, and he chose Big Bank Hank, who real name is Henry Jackson. He was his manager. When she heard him rapping in the pizza shop, she said, "Oh, can you come out to my car? We want to hear you rap because we're putting together this rap group." What he should have said was, "I don't rap. My artist raps. I can direct you to him." He did it. He went to the car, spit Kaz's verse to her. Mm-hmm. She said, "You're signed. We're going to record that record like tomorrow."
That's a hate.
So he went and recorded because he had his book.
Yep.
He went into the studio, recorded this verse. I'm the CASN, the OVO, and the rest FLY. He spelled Casanova Fly. I know I'm bugging because I spelled it wrong. But he said that if you go back and listen to that record, he says that line because that's Kaz's real name in rap. That's his rap name, Casanova Fly. It's not Big Bag Hank. So if you go listen to it, he spells out another rapper's name and keeps going. We don't catch it because we don't know. Right? She didn't even know. So he's basically stole Kaz's rhyme and put it on that record. So we're jamming to it. We're like, yo, this is real hip hop. That's a stolen verse with two other guys on there that's not even rappers. And they from Jersey. And the rapping started in the Bronx and in Harlem. So the reason I brought this up is it's kind of crazy. You know, no disrespect. I still love Sugar Hill Gang and I love that song. But I'm hearing this what they heard, right? I want to talk to these two guys because we are hip hop heads, right? Hearing what you heard, what do you think about that Sugar Hill song now that you know that it was really fabricated? They was never a group. They didn't even know each other.
Yeah.
2 of the guys knew each other. They was walking down the street and it was supposed to be a 4th guy, but his father was in the music business and he said, "Don't do that." His father talked him out of it. He said, "Don't join that. That's going to be a disaster." So he left it. He didn't even stay in the group. So they only ended up with 3. All of them from Jersey. When rapping was over here in New York, she could have just got some real rappers. She got some other guys on the outskirts of it. I want to know what y'all feel about that. As in hip hop history. That was a long way around a hip hop lesson. So I want to know what you feel about it. I'm gonna start with Dante since he from New York and he know about this hip hop stuff we got. So what's your thoughts now that I told you that story and do you believe it?
Listen, every story, if you let somebody else tell it, they're going to tell it in a way it's going to sound like a fantasy, and it's going to be something that you think is really true when it's actually not true. That's why when you was telling the story, this is the first time I ever heard this story, so as you telling the
There's a
story...
documentary about that.
I know, no, that's why I said, where'd you get the story from?
But you know what's crazy? That story has been told in bits and pieces for a long time. We never process it all together. We heard the Big Bank Hank say Kaz rhyme and da-da-da, but when I really put it all together, I said, wait, this whole thing is like, they just threw this together, threw a song out.
Listen,
but go ahead, I'm gonna finish.
nah, based on what the story you just said and putting the pieces together, the things that everybody despised in hip hop, it seemed like that song did everything that people didn't like.
Exactly.
The
But
biting.
they didn't know that back then, though.
Well, the real rappers knew.
Yeah.
The real rappers hate that song.
Yeah.
The real rappers hate that song. That's why in the beginning, like on Beef, I think it's Beef, either Beef 1 or 2.
They talk about
He
it.
says, F Big Bank Hank. Cass says that because he still got beef with him. He said he seen him in years. But go ahead, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm
No,
sorry.
so that you know, see what I'm saying is here's the thing, right? When you let something slide, it's like when they always say with cancer, if you don't catch it in the first couple of stages, it's deadly when it gets into that last stage. So for you to let something slide and it becomes what it is right now, because guess what? It doesn't matter how we revere that song now. You could any DJ could throw that song on in any place,
And it's still gonna pop.
and people dancing to that.
Yeah.
It's still a good record.
No, I'm not saying.
And not only that, the sample was they stole their sample from Good Times and got sued. They sued them and got mad money back from them because they never cleared the song. They just replayed it and put the record out.
Because here's the
So
thing.
everything they did.
Now, because if you notice something, anything, it's like if you go fishing, right, and you throw the hook in there, you sit up there. Any true fisherman will tell you what they do. You got to be patient. So
That's why they say it's relaxing and go fishing.
right. So now, when it comes to money and everything, and people that know the business, they knew if something was gonna pop because rich people are smart. They know how to parlay stuff. So they knew this thing was gonna pop and whatever. Because again, what did you say she went to look for? An image.
Facts.
And she found the image, and guess what? It doesn't matter what you want to say today, it worked. Because we talking about that song years later.
Now, I
Like,
wish Flair's was here so we can discuss how it fits into how we feel hip hop's supposed to be.
Yeah.
but
we
here's the-
here.
Charles, you know what it is though? Honestly, hip hop is a lie itself. If you really want to be true and honest, it's a lie itself because you know what it is?
It's sad that I know what you mean.
I know. People want their truth to be the truth. Because again, hip hop was supposed to be about having fun and telling a story and having a message. Well, bless you.
Bless you.
But some people came in and talking about guns and say that's not hip hop. But they
We
made
did
it.
go through an era where
Yeah.
if you wasn't on this
gangster,
rah-rah,
yeah.
you wasn't hip hop, yes.
So you see what I mean? It's like now, did y'all just see? I know. Oh, we all seen the video because we in a group chat. The video was Shorty talking about banging your homies.
I didn't
yeah.
watch that video.
You didn't.
You sent the video.
I sent it?
Was it you that sent the video on the group?
I don't know who sent. Oh no, I think I don't
Was
think.
it Fliss?
Well, okay, Charles. Somebody sent the video in the group chat, right?
I thought it was Charles that sent it.
And the video was a chick who was with her man. I love it. Talking about, I not only want to smash you, but I want to smash your homies.
WTF.
That right now is considered this modern day hip hop.
Yeah, and then like it was on like the beat was like a drill beat. The beat was a drill beat.
So this is what I'm saying. Hip hop is discovered on a lie because here's the thing. Whatever you come out and make it your truth, it would be your truth because how many dudes we know didn't sell drugs but came out and talk about they selling drugs? How many dudes John Morant the game? So this is what I'm sitting up there saying. A lot of dudes got their cars pulled. Like who was the first dude that got exposed? One of the
Wait,
first
before you
rappers.
finish that, we're not going to say hip hop is a lie. What we're going to say is at its best and its purest, it's beautiful, right? We are all complicated people, especially in our community. We are a complicated people. We're not one thing, we're not two, we're a bunch of things, and hip hop is an expression of that. It might be our most creative expression that out of all the genres we've ever created, hip hop probably is the most intricate and the best one because there's so many ways you can carry it. Now, the way we look at it, quote, real hip hop, like when we were in the 90s, the golden era, right? We thought the golden era was this and you had to be this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? A certain kind of way. Now, this, hip hop was like it was in 76, 78, 79, 80. It was always like that. It wasn't like these guys though, right? So we could really say they changed hip hop into something else. Because yeah, they were talking about parties, but they did it a certain way. They didn't do it the way these guys did it on that record, right? So now we could say, damn, everybody that thinks they knows about, because I learned about hip hop from that song. So everybody that thinks they know what hip hop is got it from a fraud record. right? It's a fun record. It's a party record. We're going to dance to it for the rest of our lives. But end of the day,
Here's a question.
we got stolen rhymes and stolen music and all this on the record, and from a person who wasn't even in the culture like that.
Question for both of y'all. You don't think that business model was used after it worked the first time?
Yes.
It wasn't used again?
So the ghostwriter situation?
Everything. The whole
Because they didn't want rap because it wasn't making no money. When she did it, right? And there's a lot of things in history that she
was that the first
didn't
record
do.
to go platinum?
Yes, that was the biggest record in the history of rap. Was the first record? It was the only record.
Cause it, like,
But it popped. So yeah.
I like
And open up doors for everything else.
Yes.
like our parents, you know
So
how
it's a necessary evil.
they always said their music was good and everything. And I'm like, yo, okay, Shirley Murdoch got one of my favorite
Shirley
songs.
Murdoch.
As we spent
The night away
Yep.
as we lay.
This
The only
chick is
reason
talking about-
the only reason you like that song because you was always laid up.
I ain't gonna lie, that song worked.
It's morning.
Yo, but
Dante
listen.
wake up. All he smell is eggs and bacon. She in the kitchen cooking. He's like, it's morning.
No, but listen, this chick is singing a song about adultery or taking
Chicks
somebody's
loved
man.
it. Chicks
And
loved it.
This is what I'm saying. A lot of these songs was about this. Luther Vandross.
I ain't gonna lie, Dante. One time, back in the day when that song was out, that joint came on, and it was a bad situation for me because it was morning, and I was supposed to be home. I was supposed to be home. But go ahead.
See, no, again, I'm not gonna. I had a tape. Most of the females that came over my house heard that tape. That was one of the songs. I remember one of the girls told me.
Setup tape?
Yeah,
It's morning.
yo. So that's what I'm sitting up there saying. It's like if you listen to certain R&B, it was supposed to be about love, but look at what the message, what they were saying. Somebody rockin', knocking your boots. They ain't making about like you talking about tearing something up. Like Big Johnson. Somebody rockin', knocking BT.
I give you $10 if you know the first verse of that song. Yeah, somebody rocking, knocking the boom. I'm getting
sweet love. Somebody rockin', knocking the boots.
You know, good
All
love.
I remember was they had.
I can't remember.
I can tell you what they had on. They had on some high techs. Remember those boots?
Oh, damn.
Hold up, bro. We gotta know this song. Hold on, bro.
You making that sweet love.
Somebody. I can't even think of the verse. Come on, bro.
Chop, man.
Damn, we
Chop
lame,
should
bro.
go to for everything.
How we don't know this verse? I don't even know
Body
the
rockin',
first word.
knocking.
I don't even know the first word.
Making sweet love. Ain't good dog.
Wow,
That is
that hurt.
I know. So
We
come on.
getting our car snatched tonight. They gonna
Yo.
we gotta turn in our block off for about 30 days. You are silent for 30 days.
Listen, so now back to the schedule program.
that dropping. Shut up, sucker.
You have been silent for 30 days.
So again, Charles,
Go ahead.
TJ gonna take over after this. I'm gonna.
Nah, I don't really got too much to say on it.
I
know what he was talking about because I seen the documentary too. And my cousin, her boyfriend is cool with all the people.
Listen, I don't need a doc okay. I come from the era where, and I know I can sit here and a lot of people gonna relate to this. We used to sit at our radios with the tape.
Me too.
I told you, and we couldn't wait. Remember, it took hours and days for our favorite song to come back on the radio.
Yeah.
You'd be like, yo, you heard a song, you was mad you missed it, but you know what, you recorded somewhere, so you already have the second verse or something like that.
From the beginning.
You're like, yo, this is fire.
Or you think the DJ stopped talking, so then you hit record, and then he stopped talking again,
Yeah.
and then mess your whole song. You're like,
Yeah.
damn. Or he started talking too early when you're recording it, or your tape pop.
Or you didn't
Or
find
your
the tape,
tape
it on the tissue.
Yeah,
You trying to stick tissue in the hole to get the. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Or I had a real back in the day where you was recording out loud, so you had a tape recorder up to the radio speaker. So if somebody talked, it's on the yo. So it's like
See, now listen to everything we
Crazy.
had to go through
to get that
to
favorite
get
song.
that song and play that song.
Oh wait, he got the words. Hold on. Last night I thought back to when we made good love,
Who put that
listening
in there?
to some Marvin Gaye.
That is the word.
All right, all night long. Now
I knew Chop would have the words.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Chop.
That's what. Did you Google that or you do it?
He probably played it.
He
He's
mad
like, let me go get the record right now. and
Good
play it.
body
Yo,
rocking
listen.
out the
I want to
knock,
say
yo,
something. I want to say
knocking your
something before we
boots.
get out. Before I change the topic. I got some new shows coming to CLBMG Network. One of them will be with the man in the comments right now.
That's interesting.
His name is Chop, and I'm about to do a show with Chop called Best Of, where we're gonna focus on one group and play the best of their music, right?
Oh, that's dope.
That's gonna be dope. And I got a show coming with Dale too. It's called Old Flows, where we're gonna discuss old hip hop albums. We're gonna break them down. That's 2 more shows coming. And I got shows talking about movies. CLBMG Network.
TJ got a show coming, you just don't know the name yet.
We got a lot of stuff
Or,
going
a
on
couple things in the cup.
on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
All coming to the
CLBMG
network.
Network simultaneously has all kind of shows for your viewing pleasure. So make sure you sign up to them shows. And if you like the shows and you want to support these brand new chairs, send some stars into the Facebook page. But
Word.
listen,
And I know y'all like that
Wait, read
episode
that-
of
read
me
that.
and Charles.
Read that deal.
what happened?
Before we go to that, Angie Stone, Dale said, Angie Stone said in a recent interview that she knew songs from Sugar Hill Gang back in the day.
Wow.
That's crazy.
See?
And it's not. I'm not even mad at the writing, but I'm kind of like. I feel like you're going around the essence. The essence was right there in Harlem. You could have got. Now I'm gonna be fair. She did get them MCs after the record blew. She went and got a bunch of rappers, MC Sha Rock and a bunch, and Melle Mel and them. She got them, but she jerked them. They took 40. They've been fighting for these royalties for 40 years. They just got a settlement a few months ago, the final court settlement, that they could start getting money back from Sugar Hill Records, which has been it passed down to the son
Hey, let me
and
ask
all
you
this
a
other
question,
stuff. Hold on, let me just say this. So she did go get them real MCs, but they got burnt. And a lot of musicians never got paid for them studio sessions. So we got to look at our culture, like from the very beginning. That joint had rotten eggs in it, bro. And I'm just telling you a fact. So a lot of the stuff we thought was up and up was kind of funny style. So we gotta be better in the future with this music and protecting these artists, right? Just like De La Soul just got their catalog up on streaming services after 20 some years of their music being controlled by Tommy Boy. And Tommy wouldn't let them do nothing with it. They've been getting nothing. All they could do is perform it. They couldn't get no money off of it because he been saying they owed him since back in the 90s, right? So they never was getting money off that music. They just finally got the money off that music, and their catalog just went up last week. I believe it was a couple days ago. All of the De La albums are now on streaming services. I was listening to today. Stakes is High. That just went up a couple days ago. All these years, you couldn't hear Stakes is High. You had to go on YouTube or something and find somebody. Hope somebody put a video. So what I'm saying is these legends get burnt with these. A lot of these legends was getting burnt, and what we got to do is protect these. We got to protect these people that we revere, that we love their music. Like the young people coming up, they got to protect their artists. Lil Uzi Vert and all these other people coming up, they got to be protected. Lil Yachty and all this stuff, they got their own story to tell. Lil Yachty already got his issues going, so we'll see what happens. But I think I just want to wrap this up by asking, when you hear that, right? When you hear what that song going forward, I'm not saying you're going to discredit the song, but going forward, T, and going forward, Dante, are you going to look at it as hip hop as you did before?
I'm not gonna change the way I look at that story, and I'm gonna tell you why. I told you before last week or the week before. Being in Brooklyn, right?
Brooklyn?
And we had the block parties where they used to block off the streets. And I told you, like, I remember the first hip hop group I ever heard, and I didn't even know it was hip hop. But they came with the big speakers and everything, set it off on the left, y'all. And I remember, I didn't watch them perform, but I remember riding my bike through the neighborhood. Cause it was like the first time you learn how to ride a bike, you was excited and everything. But the memory and the cherishment of that is like, nobody could take that away from me. So then when I hear that song, like in movies or something, I'm like, yo, wait a minute.
Set it off?
Yeah. When I hear that
All these songs got stories.
I'm like, yo, that was the group that was performing. Cause I seen them on the stage and stuff, but I was too young. I was like, what, 5, 6, realizing like these grown men was performing a song and getting themselves established as artists. Mm-hmm. And at that time, I wasn't even thinking myself as being an artist. So it was just like the history of what was happening at the moment that I was participating in. I just wanted to ride and get, because everybody was grilling that day. So you could just go, and this when the neighborhoods was together, so you just go to this person, they knew you, so they're like, oh yeah, give him a burger, give him a hot dog or something, whatever. It was a fun day, you don't forget that. So like I said, the first movie that I think I heard that song with was The Principal. With John Belushi or whatever his name is. And so when I'm listening to that song, and I'm like,
way back, yep.
and I'm like, yo, that was the group.
That was in that movie too.
Yeah, this one, my memory. So again, so to look at, real talk, Charles. It's like with Young MC Bust a Move.
You want it?
It's not,
You got it, baby.
most people consider him whack,
Okay.
but that song was huge.
It was gigantic.
Huge, and it's like even though you might have hated it at the time,
What's good, Ray Dina?
you went in, shut up. We go in a club, you hearing that joint. So I don't want to take away a memory or take away something that actually evolved the
Facts.
very thing that I'm doing today. Because regardless if people know me or not, I'm still a history bookmark in hip hop. Regardless of the matter. Why? I did shows with Lloyd Bank, Fat Joe, J. Cole, Wale. I did shows. I was on stages with them. They acknowledged and they heard, oh, we know this kid Dante. It doesn't matter if I'm known to them now, but there was a time when they actually heard my name because of what? Music. This right now, the things we doing right now, we're doing a podcast. Why? Music. So I'm not going to discredit what someone else's intention, because when I was going to ask the question you was explaining that, was the business people was just doing their business. They could care less about who was a rapper, who looked good or whatever. They were just trying to get money in their pockets because that was their agenda. Yeah. But at the time of the people that was participating in their agenda, they still evolved something that even somebody after one of our kids might take it to the next level that we didn't even take it. So again, I do not want to discredit any attribute or any part of what made the music that I enjoy, because I love Boot Camp, I love Biggie, and what I mean by love, I'm talking about I enjoyed their music, and their music helped me get through things that I was going through at the time to make me the person I am today. So if you're going to sit up there and tell me, you can come up to me and tell me Biggie was gay, so what? What that got to do with what he did for me at the time? So that's how I'm going to look at it, as like, I'm not going to let something discredit what actually helped me become, because like a lot of times when I used to have anger issues and I was ready to hurt something, Tribe Called Quest calmed me down. Thinking about their beats and writing to their instrument, I used to use words and writing down lyrics as a way to get that anger out of me instead of wanting to go pound on somebody. So again, you can say whatever you want to say concerning the music that is violent or speak on violence or whatever. And no, Mobb Deep did not make me want to go out and rob nobody. Mobb Deep did not make me want to go shoot up nobody. But I did enjoy Shook One, and I danced to a lot of chicks on that song. We ain't no crook, son. You just a Shook One. So that's why I don't want to. Every song, if you really go into the history of it, have a story that you
John King,
like.
he said, did y'all go to Freaknik, Jamil? Nah, I never been to Freaknik.
Nah, you know
Well,
what?
I know, but they got a documentary about Freaknik right now too.
Wifey went to Freaknik. I didn't go.
Oh yeah?
Wifey went to Freaknik though.
Sheesh.
Shout out Wifey.
Them stories is
You want to
crazy,
hear them
son.
stories?
Them stories, sheesh.
I know
But
the
but you
stories.
know what? I seen the
She told you the
videotapes.
stories?
I seen the videotapes because like the OGs from the hood, they went out there to them Two Live Crew concerts was serious. Them Two Live Crew concerts was serious. I'm talking like, sheesh.
Freak
Like
was
they,
so
like
serious,
then
they
they
shut
did
it
that
down.
on stage. Like it was crazy, bro. They was getting topped off on
Speaking
stage
of
and everything.
speaking of hip hop groups, I want to have a convo. And Flair should have been here for this convo. Where are the groups at? Why don't nobody want to be in a group no more?
T said the true word. Go.
What's
Right.
going on? We ain't had a real, so we could probably name 5 groups tops. Migos. Can we
Migos.
make 5? Can we
They
make?
broke up. But go ahead.
But I mean,
But
well, they did break up. But
they
let's
was one of the
let's
best
just
groups at
we'll
this
give
era.
it to them. Migos. It's no groups. I want to get TJ opinion on this. I'm gonna start with TJ's word. TJ. Why don't artists, why don't rappers or even singers anymore? No one wants to be in a group. Only people making groups
They don't
is
want to
like
share the bag.
the Koreans doing the groups with
Yeah,
the
and they get into the super bag too.
super bag.
The
So
super bag.
But it's a
Like,
different thing though. Go ahead though.
nah, they crossing over to America too.
who wrote that? Because they want to get all the
Huh?
money.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like right now, like people don't want to share the bread. They don't want to share the money. So that's why you ain't getting no group.
I'm gonna come with a different perspective.
That's what it is.
All
That's
right, so
really what
before
it is,
Dante
though.
go, I want to talk about. I want to say that I think that people don't
I
want to
agree,
be
but I got a
in
different
groups. He's
perspective.
exactly right. It's a bunch of reasons. People don't want to be in groups right
Or
now.
they don't want to deal. Somebody might be difficult to deal with.
All of that. It's so
Because-
many things.
Hey, yo, last night, matter of fact, last night, me and my wife was watching. There's a show. It's SWV and Escape. So you see all the drama they had. The other sisters taking the money, the checks that the sister's supposed to be getting right now. This one-
SWV?
Nah, and Escape, because you know the 2 of them were sisters outside of Tiny and what's the other one? Damn, what's the one that who's the other one that wrote the TLC joint?
Candy?
Candy, yeah. So outside of them, the other 2 girls are sisters, but Tiny and Candy, they're close friends. You know what I'm saying? So them the sisters
Well, when you
is beefing.
get done wrong, of course you're gonna be close friends, brother.
Nah, they was already cool like before the situation, but I mean like the 2 sisters the beefing, one sister's taking the other sister's bag like the back, you know what I'm saying, like the checks are going to her. It's just a whole bunch of bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But then it's like this one wants to go solo. That's a lot of thing too. One of the group members always stand out, so the label attacks that group member, meaning they put them in the front. Look at Beyonce.
You know what it is, Charles, before you go?
That's how they separate them. They
That's
picked that one.
that's where I was
They
going.
picked that one.
You know what is the problem? People don't know how to play their roles. Like again,
Don't look at that. Just keep talking.
I'm not gonna say something. If you look at how we came about, this was your vision, right? And you made us a part of your vision. Now, what happens is we doing interviews. Well, it won't happen with us, but we doing interviews, right? You won't sit up there and say, "Well, I was the reason we came together." Well, he asked me. See, when you see people doing stuff like that, that's the egos is the problem, because everybody want credit for something. Now the question is, what do you want credit for? Do you feel like that credit, that attention is gonna propel you?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You think that because, like, again, you know why we work? It's for this reason. We all know we're strong on our own. I keep using the reference as Voltron. We are our own lions. But when we come together, we're stronger. We're Voltron. So now, it doesn't matter. I could do a show. I'm bringing T with me. No, he's not opening it for me. He ain't do nothing. No, I'm bringing T with me. So now, what's going on? T does a show. He's bringing me with him. It's not an open. See, again, a lot of people don't know how to play their position because they don't see the long-term effect. So now, even though they was having tension amongst the ranks, where did it get y'all? You failed.
Who fell?
No, he's talking about
the
like
groups.
the group.
Not us.
So it's like, that's like
He's talking about SWV.
That's like
I'm talking all the people that failed that had tension in
That's
their
like New
ranks.
Edition.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they be beefing amongst each other.
Facts.
They was beefing amongst each other back then, but guess what? Bobby Brown still had to go on them tours with them. with
Well, he
BBD
left and did his own
audition.
thing, but now they back
but
together. All five,
They
all
back
six of them.
together, but they was
Because
still
they
a
need-
but
they
there
need
was
each
hold
other.
up. There was still a situation after the movie that there was still a situation that popped off. That's
Yeah.
why that tour that or all of them and the actors from the movie.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Ain't that
you noticed
crazy?
that, right? But
Damn, I didn't know that didn't
there
happen.
was some
I didn't
stuff
know
that
that.
happened behind the scenes. But at the end of the day, guess what? The New Edition bag is way bigger than.
Yeah.
You know what
Then,
I'm saying?
then
of
Johnny
Bobby-
by himself.
Yeah, outside of Bobby might, you know what I mean, or BBD, but it's like, but at the end of the day, like them together, that's the super
They put aside their petty differences.
They might not have, but guess what? They're like, hey, look, let's
Yo,
go,
nice
nice money.
I'm gonna be the
Yeah.
show. Don't worry
He
about it.
sound nice and clear. They
They're like,
said.
they're
You know what's
like,
crazy?
Let's go get this money. Or we might fight after the show.
They might be the last big supergroup. Actually, no, they not. Because then you had.
Yeah, boys,
Black
the
groups.
names.
Nah, you do them Asian boys over there.
No, I'm talking about black. I just talking about.
Oh,
But
And
there's
even
a-
white,
there's-
even white. You ain't had that many
Yeah.
in like 10 years. Like
And then there's the girls that they're Asian too. They're from over. I forgot where they from. But
Korea.
They
Because
killing it.
here's the
Korea.
thing, though.
You know what I'm talking about? What's that?
K-pop. They
Yo,
do a lot
they
of.
killing
Yeah.
it.
nobody
I
grabbed
was
it.
listening to them. I'm like, oh shit.
But hold up.
this
What
beat-
I
this
think
beat
I also
goes
I feel
stupid.
like people don't want to be in a
I'll do a
group
record
too
with them. Any of them.
because
Straight
I feel like if you try to be in a group with people these days, you become whatever they are. So like, if I get in a group with Dante, and Dante is like an ODB type dude, then I become that. They're gonna be like, oh, them the wild ass ODB type dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, that's not even my style. I'm not even like this dude. Like people so identity driven, right? They don't want nothing to interfere with them. Right now on social media, you're responsible for your own posts. It's not you and him and you and them. Like your own things that you write, everything you write is your own opinion. You don't want to get in trouble for what TJ wrote. You don't want to get in trouble for what I wrote. You want to get your own opinion. And a lot of times when you join a group or you get with these guys,
They put it on the group.
they put it on you. And what he's saying about, oh, I love McDonald's cheeseburgers. You be like, I hate McDonald's. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now it's like, oh, they all love McDonald's. Like, nah, I heard y'all love McDonald's. So like dudes don't want, they want their own individuality. And a lot of dudes think they really better than everybody. So it's like, why would I be in a group with a guy I'm better than him? You know what I'm saying? So it's
That's
like
ego.
Yeah, that's
So it's
ego.
like-
Hey, but also how you said that too. Like remember, like back in the day, like when you look in the magazines, they be like, "Oh, Dante loves purple, and his favorite." You know what I mean,
Yeah.
his favorite food is this. That's how they used to separate them and basically break them down as who they are, the personalities of the artists, of them. You know what I mean? But it's just
Yeah, it's like
even
you-
like so like with me and T, we in a group like me and T, we're two different. Like you know what I'm saying, like me, like you know me, I'm mad, outgoing, whatever. T's just mad, calm and laid back. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But
But y'all got y'all solo
yeah,
thing
that,
too.
yeah. But when we that like us coming together, that can happen tomorrow, and it's light work for us to go in the studio and knock out something. You know what I'm saying?
It
Like
depends
that's
on
my
that.
bro. Like you know what I'm saying? We really family. So it's like at the end of the day, like we understand each other.
See, okay, remember, I don't know if y'all heard the interview with Fife when he said, yo, Fife, love you, Fife. When he said, we was working on an album called The Love Movement when it wasn't even no love. He said,
Oh, him and Q-Tip, yeah, they was beefing.
yeah,
But
he
we
said-
didn't know that to the public. We didn't know
I
that.
didn't know that.
Look, no, but he said Q-Tip was recording his own solo album, Vibrant Thing and all that before, while they was recording Love Movement. But here's the thing. See, what people don't understand, Tribe Called Quest is the reason why I was able to I never told y'all, but this is the reason why I was able to function well in the music industry. Because when I did the homework on groups and how much they get paid, Tribe Called Quest is in the example in the book how to make it in the rap business, in the music business. They use them as the example. See, when they break down money, right? Say if an album goes gold, 500 copies, and you don't even get that money because you got to
500,000.
You gotta pay your the management, publish, the
You get
producers,
paid. Everybody gets paid before you.
and then you have to break that down into everybody that's in the group. Now, just stop right there, because one thing about me, I would say we could take that and flip it. But here's what happens: behind the scenes, when you have an entourage of people, and then other people with business who sees the star potential of you, and they get in your ear, and they say, you know what? Yo, TJ, you don't need Dante and Charles. You got your own thing.
They
going
do it
on.
every time.
But-
Yeah, it's a separation.
Every
You
time.
walk in the room, there's a bunch of you, and they be like,
They looking through y'all to
them
figure out
three
which
right
one.
there,
Yeah.
Them three right there, Yeah, get rid of those three.
So Chop said it best. De La Soul never broke up until death do them part. So it was a lot. But that's what happened. See, every time, if you listen to every discussion we had, and I keep saying, that's why I speak from an aspect of behind the scenes, because again, I deal with a lot of things behind the scenes. When I first got in the music industry and I was young, I was 18, and the guy from Parliament told me and Fliz about a lady that was getting jerked in Europe, and she didn't even know. It made me so discouraged because again, I was doing this for the love. I wasn't trying to get a bag. I was just like, yo, I love doing what I do, and I like to put words together, show people that I was nice. It was all about being nice. But then you realize,
Put words together like letter, man. Go ahead.
yo, wait till y'all hear my new mix CD coming. But shout out to the DJ Smooth, TJ, Country Bug, Dante. We got stuff coming, cooking. But I wanted to show the world that I was nice. I wanted to show the world that I could do what I seen others do. That's why when I got on those stages and I was just like, and I got the applause or whatever, I'm like, I made it. I did it. Like when I first got a cameo in a video, why did I get that cameo in the video when I was 22? Because these people see me on the stage, and when they was like, yo, that's Mischief right there. That's my old stage name. It's like, yo, it was like, that was an honor to me. To be like, yo, somebody knew me, they recognized me, and I was able to do certain things. So even like right now, when I have my first release party in Rhode Island for Better Heard the Scene, and I brought massive money to Black Rep. I was able to get it everything for free at that moment. You couldn't tell me nothing. Everywhere I went, oh, that's Dante, I'm getting it for free. I'll bring it at if you don't react, Sandy. Sandy was with me a lot of times. So that's what it is. We may do it for the love. Even right now, we do it for the love. Are we still trying to get a bag? Of course. But we ain't gonna break up what it is that we got going on to get that bag. And that's what happened. We ain't got nobody talking in our ears, and we communicate with each other on everything. If I'm doing something, I communicate with you. You doing something, you communicate with me. We go with Charles. Like I tell Charles, I'm like, yo, Charles got things brewing or whatever. Let him do what he got to do. We don't put too much pressure on him. Let's go do our part. When it all comes together, it all comes together. Fliz, what are you doing right now, Fliz? Is holding down family. You know what? We got you today. Don't worry about today's episode. We got that. We gonna have some fun with Uncle Ben. Spreading his rice. This dude was throwing wedding rice on that chick. What's her name? He was throwing wedding rice on that chick.
So listen, we about to get out of here. I want to talk about one more thing before we get out of TJ got a show to go do.
Yes, sir. Pull up on me.
TJ got a show to go
Pull up on
do.
me.
I really, really want to go, but my sinuses acting crazy.
That's why you been Corleone style. You think he's slick.
But TJ gonna be out at what's the show? Where the show at, TJ?
What's it? Medusa Hookah Lounge. Partners
Okay.
at. Pull up on me.
Yes, yes. I really had intended on going, but
Shout out to Miss
I
Ruby.
can barely breathe right now, bro. So
Breathe and stop. For real.
yeah,
Tell me what
before
you got.
we get out of here. I don't even want. I'm gonna leave this one of these topics. I got two down there, but one of them I'm gonna save till Flares get here. It says the top 25 most disrespectful rappers, like Uncle Murder. We're gonna do that when Flares come back.
Murder
He's
got
number one.
I'm not even
50
going.
straight behind him.
Yeah, I think 50,
G-Unit.
50 above
50
everybody.
yeah, he
50
might be
number
at the
one.
top. Yeah,
But
he
we're
might
gonna
be
say
at-
that for next week. Don't give all the answers out. We're gonna say 25 most disrespectful rappers. I want to do right now an Insane in the Membrane.
Oh, we gotta do it.
I can't even do it because
Hey,
they
Insane in the Membrane.
they copyrighted me last week. I should do it anyway. But
They hit us with that though.
Insane
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
you can say that,
Membrane.
too.
Or this might not even be that
Can't even
insane.
get- They playing us in Russia, and they flagged us, son.
Yeah.
But Clash Brothers in Russia. That's what I'm
You got
talking
some
Yeah.
Russian. Ukraine.
So, listen, before we get out of here, right? This might not even be all that insane. It might not be, it might be really sane
hold
to
up,
some
who's
people.
this?
That's what I'm saying.
Hold
I've been
on.
saying that in the
Who's that
group chat. I've been saying that in the
Dude,
group
though.
chat,
I didn't see
yo.
it before.
Yo, I'm ready
Oh,
for
that's
that
cool. I
Clash
know,
Brother
cuz. Shout them
album.
out.
I've been saying that. When let's get to work. I'm good.
But hold on, listen. Let me say this so we can get TJ to a show. This is a Insane in the Membrane to me. Now, y'all might agree with him. But Michael B. Jordan says, Drake is the GOAT over Jay-Z and Tupac.
Whoa, flag on the field.
Michael B. Jordan
That's why Joe
says,
Budden said you're corny.
Flag on the field.
Drake is the GOAT over Jay-Z and Tupac.
Did he give a reason?
That's it. That's the tweet.
Did he
I
give a
don't
reason?
have no. I don't have no reason.
So let's speak on his reason.
Right.
No rhyme. Maybe because that picture right there, because that's his man's. He be at several events and games with him.
Is Drake
Sometimes
being an
dudes show
asshole? That's
love.
his big.
But you know what you got to think,
his
though?
big.
Just like we just said earlier,
It's their era.
everybody got a
That's where I was
different
going.
feel of hip-hop. And I don't know how old Michael B. Jordan, but he got to be in his 30s.
Hey, both of them are simps, so
Oh.
sucker for love.
Hey, listen.
Yo, here you go.
Drake.
Harry.
Drake, I didn't say that. That's Dante.
Nah, but Drake a dope artist though.
But-
Fuck with Drake.
It's low key. I'm gonna be.
You
Let me
already
just
know
say
about me
this.
and Tupac. That's my
It's
guy.
low key showing. First of all, you don't really have a grasp of this hip hop if you're gonna say Drake over Jay and Tupac. Both of them, like I get it. Maybe he's saying at my house. You know how they say, you know that Black Power shit goes no play in this ride. So maybe in his house, Jay and Tupac don't get no play. But in the rest of the world, I'm not gonna say Drake to go over. Dre's a great artist, and a lot of times when I be with family or whatever, we be chilling. I be like, yo, put some Drake on, let it ride.
Yeah, you do.
Let it ride.
Drake survived though. He really, I mean,
Right, so certain situations, I don't want to hear no Pac. I let Drake ride. I don't want to hear Jay in certain situations. Play the Drake. But at the end of the day, overall, we not doing that. I want to hear TJ's word, and then we gonna get out of here.
You already know Pac is my guy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Top notch. Like, you know what
Don't
I'm saying?
do
Like
that.
Pac, like I'm a big Pac fan. You know what I'm saying? Like my favorite 3 albums of Pac. Even though I love older albums, but my favorite 3 are the last 3 albums that we got from Pac.
All eyes on
You know
me,
what I'm saying?
Machiavelli.
Machiavelli. So you know, that's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying?
Machiavelli.
At the end of the day. So it's just like, but you know, how you feeling, Jay-Z?
Dante said this.
Listen, I'm gonna always say, like, he grew up on Drake. I respect that. See, when you have to put down,
But I rock with Drake too.
He didn't put him down though.
No.
He gave his opinion.
Charles, listen. You put when you say somebody's better than. I said a line in my new mix CD. I said, I won't say I'm greater than, but I will say better. I forgot the line. Who cares? I got some line in me. But the thing about it, when you say somebody's better than somebody, just appreciate this person for what he did for you in this time. If Drake was the artist that, like I just told you, there's artists that I could talk about, Apache, Trench, all these artists played the part for me.
Apache. Wow, you went back.
Gangsta B, yo, that was
I need a gangster. I was a gangster boogie with my gangster bitch.
When you try to clown my boys, the Swallow Dwellers, I swear I'm gonna bring them around you. And Swallow Dwellers, my
Why I
dude.
try to clown him?
When you was talking about, you said them was the wackest dudes.
No,
you
I
ever-
didn't say
yes,
that.
You did. Yo,
I've
dude,
been misquoted.
we
I've
play
been
sports.
misquoted.
Yeah, whatever. But the thing about it is, again, Drake is the rapper of your time. He's the dude that I told you he's the Jay-Z and Biggie of this time. He's the Jay-Z and Biggie and Pac of this time. There's nobody bigger than Drake right now. This dude Drake could come out with an album tomorrow and that joint's gonna go diamond. Just on the fact of he's the hottest dude and it's gonna spread. Like it's like, oh, Drake came out with an album and he's at the point where he don't have to promote nothing.
He just dropped.
If Drake did an album with Beyonce,
Stupid.
gave
You
him
might have gave them an idea.
No, I believe they were supposed to do one and it got canceled.
Of course, Jay-Z ain't letting that happen.
I think because something with
Jay-Z ain't letting that happen.
With Jay,
Been in
with
the
him and
studio
Jay,
with my bae too long.
him and Jay,
Jay.
yeah, him and Jay, something happened.
I know you smooth talking. You might talk them
He
juice.
was singing Usher. He said, caught up. He thinking that.
No, he was looking at her eyes too long when he was singing to her. He's like, all right. He was
No,
like,
he heard no. He heard what Drake. No. You know why he cut that?
He looking all in Beyonce's
He heard
eyes.
what Drake be doing. Drake be
Mad.
spank. He be using the studio to spank chicks.
Yeah. He had Beyonce.
You know who he's like?
Upside
Yo,
down.
remember the movie 8 Ball where homeboy was banging on Rabbit's chick? That's what Drake. That's Drake. What's his name in the movie?
He said right on the board,
Yo,
the mixing board.
What's his name in it? Jay-Z came in. Yo, you make a meme on that.
Listen, thank y'all for watching. Clash Brothers, another episode down the drain.
Listen, March 18th, Champagne and Good Vibes video shoot.
Yeah,
sure.
I gotta go down to Copa
yeah.
and get my joint.
Oh, you ordered one already?
No, I gotta go down there and order it.
You better go like tomorrow.
I'll be down there tomorrow. I'll be down there.
You gonna have to
Get
wait
my
till
shit.
they got there.
Nah, but
Just know, I'm stepping out.
I own clothes, bro, so I'm good. Don't worry about that.
I'm stepping
Oh,
out.
I'm telling y'all right now.
Listen,
You better watch what you see what I look like.
I'm stepping out.
There it
I'm
is.
turning the projects into a
I'm gonna
mansion.
be Uncle Ben. I'm gonna be Ben Johnson that night. Who wanna be my mentee?
There it is. We appreciate you guys. We're gonna get out of here. Hopefully y'all be back next week. Tomorrow night, guess who we're gonna be? Right here with the next show.
Word.
Martinez
Shout
and
out to the
Prosecco's
ladies.
with the ladies. It's something for the ladies, something
Step
different.
in the name of love.
And we're gonna have a whole different vibe. We're gonna make a new drink. Make sure you here at 8:30 on any CLBMG platform. We on Twitter, we on Facebook, and we on YouTube. You tune into any one of those simultaneously. We got something going on.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
catch y'all on that flip. All right, peace.
Peace. Later.